Hey there, blessed union of souls. On here with another episode of I Played a Thing, Demon Souls, coming straight at you. As you can see, today we're doing a little bit of Fashion Souls. We've dropped the Binded Cross armor and the Coachman's hat, and we're gonna rock the Assassin set for a little while. In some respects, it is not as good, but hey, we're wearing light armor anyway, so it only counts for so much. Last time, we excellently executed an Executioner, finished 3-1, and most interestingly for the moment, we have rescued Sage Freke, which means we now have all three of the magic teachers, Saint Urbane, Uriah the Witch, and our visionary buddy. Before we talk to him, however, I'm going to see if his apprentice has anything new to say about his return.
You saved Sage Freke, did you not? Then I was right to bend the rules and teach you a few tricks. Nevertheless, I'm grateful to you. Do you see how important selfless acts are in this dreary world?
Man, you didn't teach me shit.
What is it? Are you still begging for magic lessons? Ah, so be it. Better than having you bother Sage Freke.
Joke's on you, sir. I'm about to bother Sage Freke as soon as we finish talking.
I see. Suit yourself.
Here we are. He's got himself a nice little scholar nest stashed away here.
I have a proposal for you. Could you bring your demon souls to me? As I determine more about the essence of the soul, I can teach you new magic. A demon soul is no mere amalgamation of lesser souls. You have your wits about you. Surely you understand me?
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, and no doubt you will get some of my demon souls. But first, let's see everything you have to say.
That witch Uriah is quite a compelling woman. She uses a different type of magic than I. Hers is powered by emotion, a lesser type of miracle. I wonder if it is related to her gender. I still have much to learn.
That's a good attitude. No matter how much you learn in this world, no matter how much of an expert you become, there's always more to learn.
Do you have a connection to the disciples? Do not pay attention to them if they speak poorly of me and my magic. Prayer is for the foolish, quaint, and soon to be dead. And heaven forbid the day you find out what their so-called God really is.
Heaven forbid the day we find out what their so-called God really is. Remember that.
I was defeated and captured by the Golden Elder beyond that dungeon. Beware of him, for he manipulates souls. He has power over dark souls, those susceptible to madness and paranoia.
Power over dark souls, huh? Already planning for the sequel? Anyway, the Golden Elder, and we heard about the gentleman in Latria coming back with mysterious golden robes. I have a feeling we're going to run right up into that in the not-too-distant future.
I know of 3 human leaders who became demons. King Alant of Latria, Astraea of the Valley of Defilement, and the Golden Elder of Latria. They have proven that humans can evolve to a higher state. We were wrong to assume that only demons could do demon work.
So it is possible for humans to become demons, and it's happened more than once. Interesting that he says it's a higher form that they've evolved to.
He has power over dark souls.
Alright, that looks like all of Freke's dialogue for the immediate. Let's see what he has to teach. Right off the bat, we have Soul Light, which we can trade the doll's demon soul for. Magic from the soul of the demon fool's idol shoots off a light which pierces the target. The idol was in the form of the queen of now lost Latria. This magic shows part of the power of the queen, who was also a gifted sorceress. Well, a little bit of lore there. We know now that the last boss that we fought was modeled on the Queen of Latria, who was very magically capable herself. Something we'd never know if we didn't look at this item description. Or spell description, I should say. Now, the Doll's Demon Soul is one of the souls of bosses that has only one use, aside from eating it, of course, and that is to trade for Soul Light, so we're going to go ahead and do that. It uses up only one magic slot, so we do have the ability to use that. And it is pretty much a straight upgrade of Soul Arrow, in that does more damage, it pierces targets, as the description suggested, so if you have a column of enemies, you can shoot it straight through them. There is a downside, however, which is that it costs a little more MP, I believe, and the casting time is a little bit slower. Don't quote me on that, though. Fire Spray we could get from the Soul of the Armor Spider, but we already spent that on the Lava Bow, which I think is going to be more useful to us. Shoots a continuous spray of fire basically translates to it is a machine gun of small, cheap, not very powerful fireballs. But if you can just keep tagging an enemy with it in a constant stream, then the damage can build up. Here we see the last thing that could be traded for the soul of the Dragon God, that being Fireball. Born from Keel soaked in lava, this demon was the embodiment of the power of colossal flame. There we have Keel being used in place of Dragonbone again. I really don't know what's up with that particular translation, but apparently it's a thing. Anyway, as uses for the Dragon God's soul, Fireball may sound a little low-key compared to Wrath of God or Firestorm, sorry. Lost the name there for a moment. However, it's better than it sounds. It's a very damaging straight projectile, and it has an AoE that I believe is the same strength as the initial hit. So, that's kind of a rare thing with projectiles that explode into an AoE. Usually there's a lesser effect from the AoE, but if memory serves, again, don't quote me on this, it hurts just as much. We could spend the Penetrator's Soul on Light Weapon. Largely upgrades the user's right-hand weapon, a symbol of the huge sword wielded by Penetrator. Light Weapon depends on your magic stat for how good it is. Total Protection. Magic from the soul of the demon Tower Knight, symbol of the huge shield wielded by the Tower Knight. This spell is great. Great, great, great. I'm gonna have to get myself another magic slot just to be able to take this along. It has no effect on magic damage for sure. I don't think it has any fire damage protection, but it cuts physical damage by 70%. 70! Wonderful, wonderful thing. We are definitely going to trade for that. Oh, I forgot. The name in the Atlas localization of Soul Light is Soul Ray, and Total Protection is called Warding, which is a name I like better. So I'll probably generally call that Warding as we go forward. Alright, we have a little bit of a decision to make between Light Weapon and something Ioria has, so let's head over and take a look at that.
Bring me more demon souls when you can. I patiently await you, my fine magician friend.
Well, Freke's certainly a lot more friendly than his student over here.
Are you certain you wish to learn witchcraft? It would honor me to assist one such as you, but... Are you sure?
Ioria, babe, you really need to work on that self-esteem. Does she have anything to say about Freke? I don't think so, but let's check.
Do you know Yurt, the Silent Chief? He dons pitch-black armor and a helmet with 2 sharp spikes. Yurt's presence in Latria has resulted in the death of many a great hero. Whatever his motives may be, he is a grave danger to us all. Do watch out for him. I cannot bear to think of harm coming to you.
Oh, that's sweet. I can't remember if she's mentioned Yurt before off the top of my head. I don't think so. In any case, we've seen Yurt in the loading screens, and we will have to keep in mind that he's a very deadly individual.
If the demon is cursed, Freke's power...
That I know we've heard before. Now, the other thing that we could potentially use the Penetrator's soul for is Cursed Weapon. A symbol of the huge sword wielded by Penetrator. That sword has cut through many warriors a temp. Oh, did we see that last episode? I can't remember off the top of my head, but in any case, it is very expensive in the, with respect to 3 magic slots. It costs more MP than our current maximum, so we can't really do anything with this. On the bright side, it does a flat damage upgrade, which is not affected by your magic stat. However, it drains your HP. There's one way you can minimize HP. There's one way you can minimize the HP damage, aside from just stacking regeneration stuff, which we'll probably look into later. For now, I'm going to hold off on spending the Penetrator Soul on anything. Let's go ahead and grab Firestorm. Don't think we're going to really be able to use it anytime soon, possibly not for the duration of the game, but it's just a fun thing to have around.
Thank you. I hope that my witchcraft may be of some help.
Well, I'm not sure that it will, because I'm not sure we'll ever be using it, but it's the thought that counts. Bjor, anything new on your mind?
Beware the...
Nope. And Freke and the holy folks over here seem to be a little bit in conflict. Let's see if they have anything to say now that he's back in the Nexus.
Yet if the root, then may she be...
Okay, nothing new from you.
I plan to bequeath all my possessions to Saint Urbane. My grandfather's articles may contain more miracle stone shards like the one he gave me. It has no intrinsic powers in and of itself, but Saint Urbane can hear the voice of God through it.
I think that was new dialogue. Interesting, not terribly important, but a little bit of color.
But Saint Urbane...
Alright, and now for Urbane himself.
Oh, is that you again? Do you have further gifts to offer?
Yes, I gift you the honor of speaking to me.
Ah, Astria of the Valley of Defilement? I'm not sure, but Saint Astria of the West was accompanied by the knight Garl Vinland. She would never turn to evil with that upstanding knight to guide her. Surely it is mere slander. Sadly, the weak are prone to such backstabbing.
Astria. Freke mentioned her as one of the people who became a demon. Urbane here doesn't seem to think that's possible, just with all the good influence her bodyguard and various others have upon her, but we'll have to see when we visit the Valley of Defilement for ourselves.
Old Freke and the candle...
Okay, nothing new there. And I do not think we have anything interesting to do here. Although, the Swollen Demon Soul... Did I trade that? Can't remember if I did the weapon upgrade for that already. I think we did, alright?
Yes, but you must...
Let me check with Thomas. I'm being very forgetful about what I've already done today.
I was...
Okay, we did do the meat cleaver. I thought I remembered talking about that. And do we have any upgrade material? No, we don't.
We are in...
Alright, only one thing left to do for the moment before we launch into 32. And that is get ourselves some levels. Actually, let me check my stats. It's been a while, I can never remember which is magic and which is will. Okay, that's MP and magic capacity. Magic is magic power. Okay, so it's will that we need. Because warding is not affected by your magic stat. It's always a flat 70% reduction in physical damage. So we'll just need a magic slot for that.
Then soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel.
Okay, we still got a decent chunk of souls there, but we're only halfway to the next level, so I think I will spend some consumables. After all, we only need one level there to get another spot in our magic memory.
Out thou the main.
No, I'm not done yet. Let's try a renowned hero. How much is that? We have a lot of those, don't we? Yes, we do. Alright, I'm gonna put those on the item bar and whip through that real quick.
Then soul of the mind.
There we go.
To life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Out thou the main.
That spent pretty much everything, but we are now good to go for warding. So I'm gonna make a quick run over to Freke and get that equipped. Doesn't mean we won't be able to use our soul arrow right away while we have warding attuned. Maybe I'll get myself an additional magic slot for that. I'll have to think about it.
Brav! I cannot expect to have my wish granted. Thank you. As promised.
Actually, I think that was new dialogue, so I think I just screwed up in fast-forwarding through it. Well, use your pause button if you need to. Sorry about that.
We were wrong to
Hey, actual conversation, he doesn't have anything new. So we are going to remember total protection, aka warding, but we have to get rid of soul arrow manually, it looks like. There we go. We can only do one casting of it, actually, which is not entirely optimal, but, well, we'll have that option. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get myself a little more MP so I can renew that if need be.
Bring me more demons so I patient.
Alright, we have spent more than enough time on housekeeping for the immediate. Let's go on up ahead and... Actually, no. Let me take a look at world tendency here. I can't tell what my player tendency is. There's something that that we can do if we have maxed out character tendency, but I can't tell for sure whether we can do that now. We'll worry about that later. We haven't checked patches for dialogue, though. Okay, nothing new there. Alright, 3-2 it is. The Church of Sinners who worship an idol of the Queen gave the prisoners hope of salvation. There must be evil behind their horrible intentions. Well, that's what we're here to exterminate. And here we are. 3-2 I tend to struggle a little bit less with than 3-1. It's not quite as hard to navigate, I think, usually. And there isn't the threat of mind flayers, which really does unnerve me. There are a few of them toward the end of the area, but I don't have to kind of watch around every corner for someone showing their lantern light or ringing their bell at me. And even if I did well with them in 3-1, they are very stressful to have around, I think. Did I miss anything back there? No. Now, where we are actually going in order to open up the path to the boss, we are going to have to go to those 2 columns of yellow light. So at least we can look up in the sky and see what our destination is. That won't help us actually find the boss while that's taken care of, but that is a bridge we can cross when we come to it. Let's see which way to go. We have stairs here. Stairs are good. Doesn't really take us in the direction we need to go. But it's reversible, so let's do that. it is quite dark here, so I do have to exercise some caution in my footing. But I do not believe, if my memory serves me, that there are well-camouflaged holes in the pathways here. So that's at least one thing I don't have to worry about. And I'm hearing something making... Oh, hi there! These gargoyles, I believe, are the only enemies in the game that can actually drop soul items. They're a little too few and far between to be really useful for farming, though. Oh, I see a flappy shadow. Oh, hi up there. Can I annoy you into coming down? Yep, there we are. Their glowing red eyes can be of some value in seeing them in the... Oh, you have a sliver of HP left. That will not stand. As I was saying, their eyes, glowing as they are, can be of some use into spotting them in the darkness. I am not at all sure where I'm going at this point. I'm not sure this is the right way, but at least we can loot everything along this path. If in fact there is anything to be looted. The gargoyles, if I recall correctly, are not terribly dense. There are a decent number of them, and they kind of pop up every now and then, not constantly. And spice is always good. What have we here? We have a dead end, but there's something to grab. Probably not something we'll be using, as we are not focusing on magic. We're building up our magic a little bit to have better use of warding, and maybe another slot so we can use a projectile as well. But we'll see. In the end, the important thing, however, is that I am not focusing on magic this time out. It's just going to be a little bit of a support for me. This, I believe, is where we came in. Yep, I see a gargoyle corpse there. There will never be any of those unless we make them. So we shall now try in this direction, which I continue to not be sure at all is correct. But hey, as any path will, it takes us somewhere. Actually, I'm starting to wonder if this isn't the boss word path. If it is, we won't be able to take it just yet. It will be blocked off until we do what we need to do in those two glowing yellow towers. And when the time comes, you'll see why. Oh, hello, giant fucking heart. That's something you don't see every day. Ooh, I see yellow. I see yellow, but our path is blocked. This is a giant blood vessel going to the giant heart. We cannot hack our way through it, it's a little too resilient for that, so we will have to go back the way we came for the immediate. At this point, you may have put two and two together and figured that what we need to do to carry on is get that heart out of the way. This side... Oh, yep, it's definitely a new path. I don't remember if you can backstab gargoyles or not off the top of my head. Certainly failed to do so there in any case. Oh, I see you up there. Ah, he's a crossbowed gargoyle. Oh, you sneaky little bugger. Come on. Oh, keeps dancing just out of range. Get down here. Where the hell are you going? on now. Gargoyles' pathing can be a bit erratic sometimes. That goes for the melee ones as well as the crossbow ones. Okay, we're gonna have to do this the shootout style. Alright, I don't think we're gonna be able to pick up whatever that one dropped, but that's okay. Most likely it'll be another soul item. There is a rare chance for crossbow gargoyles to drop the best crossbow in the game, but I'm not real into crossbows, so I'm certainly not going to be grinding for that. There we go, a little snack. And there's something over here. Also, there was a fog gate ahead. Ah, flamberge. I think this is a bleed weapon. Well, let me check my homework on that. A unique large sword with a rippled blade. So named because of its shape resembling a flame. The blade is made for rending flesh and forces the letting of large amounts of blood. It is known especially as a weapon that easily causes mortal wounds. Yep, it's a bleed weapon. If we were doing the large sword thing, it would not be the worst of choices. Alright, nothing else around the column here. Where did I come up from? How did I get onto this column? Was it from there? I guess we'll do one more lap and then see if we can climb back up this way. Hopefully I will not fall to my death. Oh, there we go. Nice and easy. And we came up from there, did we? No, I see a shiny over there. Can I get to it? Ah, okay, yes, this is where the fog gate was. I do get turned around easily. Not as easily as I tend to do in 3.1, although... Hi there. Although this run of 3.1 actually went quite well. But it is still certainly possible for me to get turned around in 3.2 as well. I do not know if I can creep around there on that tiny ledge. Let's go through the fog first and see if there's another route. Did I see something fluttering down there? Either it moved, or is a trick of my imagination. And yes, it looks like we do have to creep out on the tiny ledge. But it was not a problem, and Old Spice is a solid treasure. I could swear I hear flappy wings. It's very faint, so it might be a ways off into the distance, but I'm pretty sure I hear them. Anyway, I think we may actually be now standing in one of the yellow towers, so that's good. Fog gates do tend to lead in progress type directions, and this one, it seems, is not steering us wrong in that regard. And there's our other yellow one way over there. Alright, it is looking like backstabbing gargoyles is not a thing, because that should have worked if I can. You will notice that the soul item that they drop when I kill them is the worst one, I believe, actually. It's not immediately obvious, but I believe there is an elevator here. There we go. So yeah, those soul items that the gargoyles give are really nothing to write home about, and certainly not worth farming for. As I've noted before, we're going to have to do lots of deaths in various places to get pure black tendency in them. So I am always pleased to see another Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. Don't believe there are any intermediate landing... Oh! Hi there! That's what we like. I'm just going to stab from behind my shield here so I don't inadvertently knock myself off. Okay, that was weird. He floated up a little there before he died. I'm not sure what that was all about. But he died. That's the important thing in the end. Yep. This is exactly what we were looking for. That yellow glow is a result of this giant chain that these folks seem to be genuflecting to. Well, not genuflecting, but just generally acting worshipful of. And they are casting little puffs of yellow magic. And the last time we saw a guy like this casting magic, it was the one that was keeping the Fool's Idol alive. So stopping the spell that these ones are casting should probably have a beneficial effect to us as well, wouldn't you think? Let's test that theory. Aha! Looks like that chain wasn't attached too well. They were using magic to hold it in place, which is kind of shitty for them because it seems like they would have to do that 24/7 unless they can do it in shifts. At any rate, the chain was one of the things holding up that giant heart, and it has slipped a little bit. Now, as you would think, if we can make the other chain drop, that's what will get the heart out of our way. Kind of a neat way to lay out the level, I think. I think I may be able to get over there in the event of a World Tendency event. I do know that there's one pure white World Tendency event somewhere in one of these towers, but I can't remember if that's the place where it takes effect or what. But it does let us get into a place we normally would not be able to. I just have to find the stairs back down. Here we are. I'm going to walk a little bit cautiously so I don't jump down the elevator shaft. Is this where our elevator friend is? I do believe it is. Yep. And down we go. Alright, we're halfway done when it comes to opening up the boss path. I believe the other chain and its maintainers is going to be a little more involved getting to, if memory serves, which it may or may not. My memory should always be taken with a barrel of salt, but then you've probably figured that out by now. Okay, smashed pottery, dead gargoyle, good. We are correctly backtracking. Every time I see one of those banners fluttering, I instinctively looked up to see if it's a gargoyle. And we gotta get way over there. That is going to take a bit of doing. Something I do like in games like in this particular Souls game is that, at least when it's reasonably dark, you can see shinies way off in the distance, and maybe start thinking about how you're ultimately going to get to them. Now I just need to find the path that I did not previously take. The path that... Oh, okay. Here's the heart chunk. We can't do anything about the heart chunk right now. I'm thinking I've probably been this way, but let me just check my work. Or have I? Did I go down a step? A set of steps here? I well and truly do not recall. Oh, yep, okay, that's gonna put us back to, I think, the very first path we took. All this crockery makes me think I've done that before. There was probably treasure down there. Yes, my memory really is this bad. And it looks like there was a thing on the other side of the brazier here that I previously missed. Fresh spice. Not as good as Old Spice, but there was a lot of it. Is this a drop-off? Whoa, I got a little too close to that. While again, this isn't as mean about it as 3-1, there can be the occasional, somewhat concealed drop, which I very, very nearly fell prey to right there. Okay, so there was a place where it wasn't quite as reversible as it looked, where we have to drop down a little bit. Let's try that path. Oh, wonder how I get the thing up there. Actually, I would like to... Whoa, whoa, careful there, Salad. I would like to see whether this is reversible, if I can pull myself up there. Ah, yes, no problem. Good. And we're going to keep our shield up, because heaven only knows where the gargoyle is going to pop out of the sky. Oh, this is another drop. So we cannot actually proceed in this direction. Good soul item, though. So there has to be another way to proceed from here that I have not yet noticed. It's going to take us up straight to the Archstone. So that is not terribly helpful. I'm quite certain there's a separate path around here somewhere. I don't remember where it is, so we will just have to figure out where it is. Okay, those are the stairs that led us to the tower we already did. None of this appears to have any value. That is the Archstone path. Let me drop over here again. I can't help but think I might have missed something. No, that is pretty clearly a dead end. So did I miss a branch somewhere when I went down the stairs? That is the only thing I can figure out. I would like to reiterate, it has not been that terribly long since I played through this game last. Once again, my memory is just that bad. And no alternate paths revealing themselves just yet. There's gotta be one, there's gotta be. I truly do not remember how to proceed toward the other tower at this point. And that is something we're going to need to know. Okay. So, giant heart. We go this way. We find the currently blocked path, am I right? There's its big chain that we are ultimately going to try and destroy. Okay, yes, this is boss path. That I am quite confident of. And you see, it doesn't actually take us all that long to get to the... Oh, whoa. It doesn't actually take us all that long to get to the boss path. So if we should happen to die against the boss, the run back isn't too bad. Which is always welcome for a boss path in any Souls series game. I feel like I'm just going back to the tower we already did here. What am I not seeing? Yeah, this is totally the first tower. What am I missing? I don't remember the the other path being nearly this tricky to find. Welp. It let me fall quite a while before I hit the kill plane there. Absolutely nothing of importance around the Archstone, right? Right, just more death. Alright, we gotta figure this out. Nothing shiny over here, is there? No. Okay, still getting my path worked out here, but this here gargoyle had a rare drop I didn't know about. A curved rapier, I believe it was. Let me take a look at that. A rapier with a helical groove carved in the blade. Weapon of the stone gargoyle of Latria. That should be Latria. More so, inflicting pain and bleeding are the strong points of this weapon. The insanity of the old man in yellow robes can be seen through the fence. Through the fence? Not sure what they're talking about there, but there's the old man in yellow robes again, and this appears to be another bleed weapon. Interesting. I cannot remember if I've ever had one of those drop before. Man, this guy's really stuck to me. Okay, I think I've got it. I think we have to actually go through the first tower to get to the second one. These are the stairs I come up. Here's where the dudes were casting the levitation or whatever on the chain. And here's another staircase down, where there's a shiny I haven't picked up. This should be it. And I do remember those Augites of Guidance over there. Yes, we should be on the right track. That took entirely too long, and I did not remember the path going this way at all. But clearly it does. Tempting, but I'll hold out for the moment. Okay, we got a drop there, so this is non-reversible, but I am pretty sure it's where we need to go. Whee! I turn around, does that go anywhere, or is that a dead end? Sure looks like a dead end to me. Okay, the important thing is I know this is the place we immediately needed to be, because that gentleman there, with all the Augites of Guidance around him, will be key to our progression. Also, Splinters of Keystone are very nice. That's the item that takes me back to the Nexus without losing my souls. Okay, dude, what's your story?
Are you here to fight the demons? If so, then help me escape this place. I am on your side. I have come to face the demons.
Well, if he's here to face the demons, I suppose he's an ally. Let's go ahead and open the cell. And he will handily walk right through us.
Thank you. I will remember this. I am certain we will meet again.
Anything else?
I am...
No. Alright, well, I don't think I'm spoiling anything to tell you folks that this is Yurt the Silent Chief. He has that black armor that Yuria said that he would be found in. And he looks an awful lot like that guy from the loading screen we see occasionally. Now, Yuria wasn't kidding when she told us about how dangerous he is. If we let him go back to the Nexus, which I believe he will do next time we kill a boss, then our NPCs are going to be at serious risk. However, that's the only way we can proceed with his storyline. Unfortunately, I believe he will kill unimportant people first, Fingers crossed on that. And we can continue his story only after we've only killed a few people. So, cruel though it may be, I'm going to leave him alone and try and proceed with his story. A lot of people who don't want to bother with that will just kill him right here. Anywho, freeing Yurt is ultimately mandatory, even if you kill him immediately afterward, because we do need his cage to proceed onward. Yeah, that's not worrying or anything. Mercy, quite a descent. And quite a place we've arrived at. Yep, it is a big old swamp of blood. Charming. Fortunately, it doesn't do us any harm. Doesn't poison or anything fun like that. This is a pretty open area. There are ultimately only a few ways that you can meaningfully proceed. But it is dark. There's a lot of empty ground. I'm not entirely sure where we're going. Can we see where the tower is from here? Not sure if we can look up that high. Okay, can't see it at least from this angle. There's some more vessels of the heart. Oh, there's a fog gate up there. We can't walk up this, can we? No. Okay, well that's a direction we need to go. Sooner or later. You remember that big ball of corpses in 3-1? The one that would fire big old charged shots at us? And just go all wacky with its swords if we got too close? There's another one of those down here, and I don't remember exactly where it is. I'm keeping an eye out for magic blast coming my way. Oh, hi there. These centipede monsters hit rather hard, but their attacks are very blockable. Tricky thing is, when they die, they sometimes leave their head. Just their tail will fall off and the head will continue to fight. I think depending on how much damage you kill them by determines whether that happens or not. In this case it didn't. But once they die, you don't want to think you're in the clear. Oh, there's another one. Hey friend, come on down. You're gonna need to get to where you're going eventually. Oh, I don't like the fire arrow. Where are you going? Are you showing me where the path is? If you are, that's right decent of you. No, maybe not. Alright, well at least we can get you out of our future way. Oh, by the by, there are those big centipedes that can split in half, and there are also small ones which don't. The big ones are herdier. You want to treat those with a little more respect. Besides patches and besides the royal starting class, that's another place we can get a fragrant ring. Very welcome discovery if you don't already have one. I know what we've got to do. Oh, there it is. Those spells hurt, so we do want to teach it with a, or treat it with a certain respect. Rather tedious to wear it down, but I really don't want to close the distance with it. But it's very kind of it to give us so much warning before it fires. Oh! That's why you don't want to get hit by those. That did a nice number on me. Where'd you go? So dark. Oh, there you are. Ooh, that was a little dicey. Once again, I can't see for shit. Don't know. Oh, here it is. It was off toward this shiny stair. Oh, where? Oh, you've moved. Definitely got to be careful now. Did that do it? That did it. Okay. Oh, and stairs. We like stairs. Stairs go places. I think after editing we'll still have hit the hour mark here, but I would like to accomplish a little more since we did so much housekeeping at the beginning of the video. There's another thingy. More mercury stone. Well, if you want to make poison weapons, apparently you found the place. That's not stairs. Didn't I see stairs? Thought I saw stairs. Alright, let's just creep along the woodwork here. That is a dead gargoyle. That is a cage. I'm not 100% sure if it's Yurt's cage or not. We've got to get up onto the planks. You'd think Salad would have sufficient strength of arms that she would just be able to pull herself up onto that. But we all know that's not how video games work. Taking a cage up, is, whether it's Yurt's or not, is something I know I definitely don't need to do at this point. That is not the way to go. Hey, stairs and centipede. But not for long. Starting to wonder if I should turn my gamma up a little. This really seems awfully dark even for demon souls. What's over here? A centipede for one. Well, Guides of Guidance are not very exciting, but there's something, I suppose. Oh, hi there. You were nicely concealed. Oh, all kind of big centipedes here. Oh, there we go. The head popped off and it still lived. So the head and the body do completely share HP. And if you just do enough damage to wear that all down, they won't really have an opportunity to split on you. Well, now we know how that works. We are building up a very nice stockpile of Stones of Ephemeral Eyes, and that pleases me. As we keep going up and we're looking to hit a tower, I can only assume this is the right way. And the fog gate up there suggests so. Anything over here I need to be concerned with? A centipede for one. Just thought I'd stick out my lock on there and it happened to lock onto something. Just poking the lock on can be helpful every now and then because it can see things that you cannot necessarily see. I should have spotted that. It's not exactly a small target. Okay, no more immediate centipedes. More mercury stone. This is not a viable path. you take a close look at those faces, you'll be able to tell why these are sometimes referred to as the Freddy centipedes, or the Freddy Kruegers. It was also quite weird that I'm getting more disoriented in 3.2 than I was in 3.1. That is not usually the way this goes. Okay, I think we do just want to head through that fog gate as soon as we grab whatever this is. How to get to that over there? Can I just walk to it? Okay, I thought there might be a pit there, but no. Oh, quality grass. I'll take it. Now then, fog. No, don't stab the fog salad. Didn't do anything to you. Now, if I recall correctly, this area just has a whole mess of centipedes. Well, I will want to keep my eyes out as I proceed. Not that there's ever a time in this game when you don't want to keep your eyes open as you proceed. But sometimes it's more important than others. You look like a centipede. Oh, nope, you're a corpse. Alright, fine. Quite a few corpses around here. That is often a warning in a Souls game. The question is, what am I being warned about? This big old vein or artery or whichever it is. That's not a thing to be concerned about. More dead people. Ooh, wait, I think I might recognize this. I think this might be the general vicinity of three twos, I'm sorry, few mind flayers. So that is a very good reason to be cautious. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's where that is, because I think I remember taking refuge behind this little sticky out bit of the wall there, for lack of a better term. I'm going to take a drink. There we go. Yep, there it is, and it's a Black Phantom one, too. Did it see me? Did it see me? It did not. And it's turning around and continuing on its way, which is what we like them to do. Yep, because it is a Black Phantom one, it is beefier. That means our backstab did not drop it. Ooh, Old Spice. And I hear more bell. Was there another one? I did not distinctly remember there being another one here. But as we've seen, there's a lot about this place I don't remember. Where are you? Where are you, friend? I know you must be here. I know I heard bell. Oh, maybe it's off elsewhere. Okay, whatever. Oh, but you're here. Ah, there we see if the HP is completely drained, the tail dies first and then the head. And you will probably notice I don't have a terrible amount of difficulty with the centipedes. And indeed, they are not terribly hard to deal with generally. But if they get a solid hit on you, it does hurt quite a lot. Yeah, come on over. You come to me. Especially that big lunge. I believe that is their most damaging attack. I do kind of enjoy that when I get a clear look at it. The head just pops off and then dies. Just kind of ejects itself to no avail. Gecko! Oh, little guy first. Those again are the ones that do not. Oh, did it? Okay, no, there it is. It's just hidden behind the heart part. I think this one is going to put me in danger if I run after it, so we're going to try the snipe method. Nope, a little bit off target. Either that or I'm out of range. I think I might be out of range. I'm not going to sweat it too much because, going by what generally seems to be happening in this area, It likely has mercury stone. But we'll hit it if we can. Oh, it's got a centipede there. I can see its leg. Well, maybe we can snipe it without hitting or alerting the centipede. We'll see. Oh, looking good. Perfect. Again, I don't think that's going to be upgrade materials I particularly care about. Ah, yes, that's the danger it was trying to lure me into. What do you drop? Oh, you drop yet more mercury stone. Old Spice is much more interesting. Just giving my lock-on little taps here and there. Moonlight stone. Well, whatever. Still not really relevant to my interests, but it's not what I was expecting. Ah, looks like... Oh, whoa, hi there. You go ahead and shoot. Or shall I wake up your friend first? Are you gonna shoot me from that distance? I'd like to take care of the crossbowman before I activate the other one. Oh, hello. Okay, die before you can shoot again, please. Oh, much obliged. Also, I see yellow glow up there, so we are getting closer. You are not a crossbowman, I believe. But if we can make you come to us as well, all the better. What you doing up there, friend? Oh, you're coming my way. Good, that's what we want you to do. Oh, make up your mind. Yep, you're a stabber. Well, so am I. Yep, this is definitely where we need to be. True, with so many things in this game, if you can get the drop on them, many enemies will be less dangerous. That one tried to get the drop on me, but I flipped the script on him. Is there anything of importance if we go around this way? That appears to be an elevator shaft, so let me try the other way first. Up is definitely where we need to go. So we'll see if the game has anything else in store for us before we do. Oh, this is also an elevator shaft. Did I come the whole way around? Perhaps I did. I think this is an elevator shaft. This is what elevator shafts generally look like. Huh. Oh, there we are. Just a very tall elevator shaft. Let me just make double sure there's nothing on the other side of it. Nope, broken crockery. So we will do the lengthy wait once again. There we are. This is quite the ascent. Oh no! There we are. You tried to ambush me at the top of the elevator, but like an idiot, I went back down the elevator and saw you before I reversed my direction. So nanny nanny boo boo. Here we are. Oh, you know what? This looks like the place where the World Tendency event is. I'm pretty sure it's here. We would be able to continue up that staircase if we had pure white, but we don't. So we'll just kill some spellcasting, Dregling type dudes. Like you do. Oh, more Royal Lotus? Yes, it is. So, splat goes the heart, and it was full of centipedes, which would be a very good reason to see a cardiologist. Also, if you've been through Bloodborne, that may have reminded you of a certain event. I don't know where this goes, but there's a treasure of some sort, which means it's worth investigating. Okay, drop down. And that will take us where? Oh, this is that spot near the Archstone, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. Alright, I am going to return to our starting point. And we will leave off there. Because this episode has definitely run long. And next episode we will have a pretty clear shot to the boss, so that's how we're going to do it. For now, we will call it a day. As ever, I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will join me next episode, when we take on the boss of 3-2. Until then, this is signing off. Today's gravity bypass surgery has been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Rizzi, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Mikazaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, Dodecalope, Patrick Bellinger, Jerogue, Martin Schauenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argomach, IGV, Jazel, Joseph Hall, Hot Mayo Sandwich, Dan Larson, K. Ivan Rupert, Tiny Shopkeeper, Charlie Dunst, Kikoskia, Kobo4231, Alex Beyer, Yuka Takeuchi Fan, Chaotic Narrative, Mystery Accent, Lakota, Meiyan Ling, Renaman, Fate Everywhere, Rio, TJA, welcome, and other heartbreaking patrons. Thank you all, as always, for your support. It is very kind, very generous, very helpful, and very appreciated. All of my lovely subscribers and commenters, and everyone out there watching, I appreciate you too very much. Take care, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful June, and I'll see you next episode. Till then.